Welcome to San Francisco News. I'm your host, JD Fusey, and we're here to keep you up to date with all the news that you need to know. In our first topic of the day, we will be talking about daylight. Reports say that from 2022 to 2025, our city has remained one of the most consistent in daylight. Many cities see fluctuations in the amount of daylight yearly, whether it's an increase or decrease from year to year. Many researchers are astonished by this discovery because many states and cities have seen a change. Hold on now, I'm getting news that we have breaking news. The two prisoners who have famously escaped Alcatraz Island only 2 months after the reopening of the prison have been caught. Alberto Bermudez and Jaden Harris are in custody and have been caught by San Francisco officers only a short distance outside of the city. And now we have them here for a virtual interview. Greetings, my name is JD Fusey, and I'm here to report and interview you guys on this astonishing escape. Gentlemen, what emotions are going through your body at this moment?
Honestly, I'm upset.
Can't believe they caught us, man, for real.
Mr. Harris, I gotta ask, why are you upset?
Because Alberto got us caught.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Bro, you literally posted a selfie on your story right after we escaped.
You gotta admit, the view was tough. Come on, man.
No one cares about the stupid sunrise, bro.
Gentlemen, please. All I'm asking for is just 5 minutes of your time. Thank you. Now I gotta ask, how did you guys even pull this off? And what roles did each of you guys play?
Well, I dealt with all the math and all the calculations to see the perfect time to escape.
And I watched him do it.
Bro, Alberto, no one cares what you did. Anyways, guards, can I get a computer and a piece of paper? Now look, while everybody else is doing other things, I was looking at daylight data.
Daylight?
That's later in the day, if you didn't already know.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Bermudez.
Anyways, I gathered sunrise and sunset times from 2022 to 2025, and then I calculated the total hours of daylight for every month.
So let me get this right. You're telling me that you escaped one of the top security prisons in the world using math?
Yeah.
Alright, so now this graph represents the average amount of daylight hours from 2022 to 2025, right? The X values represents the months, January to December, while the Y values represent the average amount of daylight for every month. Okay. So when looking for our maximum and minimums, right, our highest Y value ends up being 14.8, our max, while our lowest Y value ends up being 9.5, which ends up being our minimum. And through both these points, we can calculate our midline. So using the equation 1/2 times max plus min, we can figure out that our midline is 12.15. Next, in order to calculate our amplitude, we use the formula 1/2 times max minus min to figure out that our amplitude is 2.7. Alright, so in order to find our 2 pi over b, we can assume that 1 full rotation would equal to 1 year, in other words, 12 months. So 2 pi over b would equal to 12b. In other words, our b should equal to pi over 6. Alright, so now that we have all our numbers, we can finally see how this graph would look. So first, the check is see if our minimum, our maximum, and our midline are correct. And yep, they do appear to be right. Now, if we go down, using our amplitude and our B and our midline, we can probably put all those points and all those values into an equation to make all 4 of these equations, right? And so if we did all this right, these 4 equations should be somewhere close to these points on the graph. So we check our first one, right? Boom. Pretty close. It should be the same for the number 2, number 3, and number 4. And do we have better Wi-Fi in this prison? Look what they're doing to my face. I keep, zoning out. Anyways, so, as you can see, I did my math right. Look, see, I'm disappearing. Look, I did my math right. And the points were all somewhat close to my graph. So, for this information... Alright, so, yeah. Through all the graph and all the data, I was able to understand that the best time to escape would be late December because that had the least amount of daylight hours. And so we took advantage of that and we went through the night, which was the longest night of the year, and we were able to escape. So yeah, that's it. Alright, bye. Oh my gosh, bro. So glad we're done with that, bro.
Gentlemen, once again, thank you for the respect to come on this channel and give us an honest interview. Thank you for explaining your information that can be used to stop future criminals like you guys in the future.
Guess who's sharing the same cell again?
Bro, are we serious, bro?
Well, that wraps up this edition of San Francisco News. And hey, to all the little kids out there that never think they're going to use math in the real world, maybe you will. Thank you again, and see you next time on San Francisco News.